Here's a great little MG I spotted in the car park at Bruddington Kite Festival, and I thought this image would be a good one to use for the chrome demonstration. What I've done is use the colour picker to just pick up the key colours out of the image. The colour picker is in the colour palette. You just drag and drop onto the bit you want, and then I make a little square or icon so I can just keep coming back to the same colours, and it stops me from having a huge colour palette as I go along. And as always, I like to use the pen tool, probably my favourite tool in any vector software, and we're just making selections around the image. I usually start at the back, create a large selection around the main body of the headlight there, and then work into the foreground with smaller and smaller selections, increasing the detail as I go. And as I have covered this many times in previous videos, I'm not going to do that in this video, so I'm just going to skip into the bit I've already done. So I'm going to open up the layers palette and I will show you where we've got to. Looks a lot, it didn't take too long. Well, not by my standards anyway. If I just turn the headlight on, you'll see the progress. So that's a pretty good standard to leave it at. You can go mad and just keep adding and adding, but if you add too much, then you basically always go to the extreme of, if you added every pixel as a vector, you just end up with the photograph back. So I think that's a pretty good position to stop it at. Let's just zoom out and I'll show you what it looks like turned on and off with a bit more context. So to really bring that chrome to life, now what I'm going to do is start adding some effects. So I'm going to need some more selections, and we're just going to put some highlights on this top edge of the chrome where the sunlight's hitting it, and in the bottom edge of the interior of the headlight for the same reasons. So adding this chrome effect is really easy and really does make a difference to the finished drawing. Works really well on paint. I've used it quite a few times on my drawings and probably won't not use it now just because it's so easy to do. So we're going to need the pen tool. We're going to make a new selection, and what we're going to do is probably go on the highlight, the top end of this chrome, and then probably on the interior bit of this lamp as well. So I think we're just going to go from one edge, just make a selection. I'm not dragging anything, I'm just tapping, and then I'm going to tap somewhere else. I've got to turn off that stroke, and I'm going to come back and just tap on the original node, and that will make a loop. So I'll leave the stroke there just for a second because it'll be easy to see on the camera. And also make sure when you do this that your curve is at the top of the layer stack. Sometimes it will, depending on what you've been doing, it might put it down the bottom and it'll make it a bit harder to see, especially if we're going to fill it with white, which is the same colour as what's behind. So just make sure it's at the top, and then grab a line and drag it close to the edge, and then grab the other one and move that a bit close as well. If you make this too thin, the outer glow won't work, so it's got to have a bit of chunk to it for it to take effect. So let's just come down to effects. Actually, let's fill it with white first. That's it, and then come down to effects and outer glow. And now it's the time to turn off that stroke. We don't need that now. So back into effects, outer glow, and then we're going to use these sliders just to make that come to life a little bit. So we'll start with this middle one, which is on 0, and straight away you can see that sort of bloom up. And then I can use this one to expand the sort of density of it, the width of it. Might go a bit too mad there. Something like that's okay. It's starting to show that off-white. I might have to practice with that interior colour, but that's okay. That's looking something like. And of course, don't forget we're zoomed right in, so you're really scrutinising this. So when you see the full picture, all these little details start to come together, and you won't see like little. I always say it doesn't have to be perfect, but then it kind of does, doesn't it? So you can play around with it all you want. So let's just do another one on this section here. Let's just pick up the pen tool again. I'm going to match this edge. I don't know why it always defaults to a stroke. I don't know why it always assumes I want to put a stroke on things. But I've had this a lot with Affinity. I'm sort of having to duplicate actions. Just turn that off. Fill it with white. Oh no. Fill the fill with white, not the stroke. Back into effects. Outer glow. Something like that. But yeah, you can use it on paint. It looks really, really nice on paint, actually. I've done it on a couple of previous drawings. Let's just do a little section down here. I know I've not vectorized the paintwork, but I'll just show you the rough idea. Again, with that stroke line, look, it's... Let's turn that off. And then effects, outer glow. Yeah, so you can have a lot of fun with it and really put the finishing touches on a drawing. There you have it. That's how I do my chrome effects on Affinity Designer for the iPad on my vector illustrations. As always, if you've got any questions or you're stuck with anything, please do leave me a comment. I always try my best to get back to everybody. Thank you very much for watching this far into the video. I'm sure you've already liked and subscribed, but if you haven't, what a great opportunity to do it right now. Thanks again. See you in the next one.